Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests discuss the upcoming Embers Wine and Food Festival in support of Eastside High School's Culinary Arts Institute. Plus, we get a sneak preview of the desserts and wine that await you. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. On Sunday, April 2nd, you can indulge in culinary delicacies and fine wine and champagne at the second annual Gainesville Wine and Food Festival, hosted by Embers, Wood Grill, and Spark. To tell us more, I'm pleased to introduce my guest, Ryan Todd, General Manager, Embers Wood Grill and Sommelier, and Briton Dumas, Executive Chef, Embers Wood Grill. And Ryan and Briton, it is wonderful to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Well, now if I was at Embers right now, I'd also enjoy seeing you because I'd be ready for a wonderful meal, but already I feel surrounded by those delicacies that are going to be available to all of us attending on April 2nd. And I congratulate you on the success of last year's festival.
Thank you.
It was well attended and wonderful, and here you are again. So tell us a little more about what we can look forward to.
Well, it's a spectacular event that we've been very fortunate to have some of the best winemakers, the wineries, and food distributors in the South partner with us to make really the showpiece for Gainesville.
Wow. Well, because here in North Central Florida, there's not anything like this. So this is kind of a real destination opportunity. I mean, for people to come from all over for this.
It is. We're gaining a lot of momentum as North Florida and South Georgia's premier wine and food event.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, and you know, you, as part, for many years ago, graduate of Eastside High School Culinary Arts Institute, you're
Yes.
part of that whole link that is another partner to this event. So, Briton, tell us about that.
This year we'll present a $1,000 scholarship to the winners of the culinary competition for a one-bite dessert for the event.
Yeah. So, okay, so you know what it's like to be in these competitions, to want this, because that was part of your success story.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I went to Eastside, I accumulated $80,000 in scholarships to go to culinary school. And these kids are having their first opportunity to acquire some of that scholarship money as well. It's kind of opportunity for Embers to give back to the community.
And we appreciate that. It is very much a good part of what Embers does. And it kind of set the stage for what we will see when we arrive at 2 to 5 p.m.
Yes,
on that Sunday, April 2nd, because it's kind of mega.
It is. Well, when you arrive, the valet will take you out of your car for you, and we'll get you all set up with your glassware and the showpiece of what we're doing for that afternoon. We'll bring you down the red carpet. And after that, it's your choice. Do you want to visit some of the greatest collections of champagnes that you'll ever get to taste? Do you want to go and see the grill station? We have a great Latin band that plays outside in the tent.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And what about these signature rooms I was hearing about?
Well,
how is that kind of set up?
We do break the restaurant into pieces, so we do have a cheese cave that we do in our private dining room. It's
Right.
36 hand-selected cheeses, and by myself and Briton. And,
Right.
we have a seafood, a raw bar station. We have a grilling station, so you can taste some of our classic prime cuts, some bison, some different sausages that
so
we make.
everything. So come hungry.
Come hungry.
Yes.
Now, of course, some people may not be as hungry because they may go to the special event on Saturday night. And tell us, because
Yes,
this is new.
This is new. This is the first time we're having a winemaker's dinner the night before for our VIP access tickets. And we're very fortunate that Brian Page from Napa Valley has agreed to come in and pour some extremely rare and very valued Cabernets from Napa Valley, along with Moet and Chandon. We'll be pouring Dom Perignon and some of their more iconic champagnes.
So that will be part of Saturday night. And
Yes,
and you were preparing a special meal, I'm sure.
Yeah, we prepared a multi-course meal for the evening to pair it with all of the wines we'll be serving that evening.
Oh, and that takes a lot of research and just a lot to get it together and think
Absolutely.
all that out ahead. Plus, then those attending Saturday night have a little preview, perhaps on Sunday. They can come a little earlier.
They do. They'll be invited an hour early for the event, and we'll have Napa Valley Vintners Association there doing educational pieces on classic Cabernet blendings. Swamp Head will be there as well, making a couple of small batch brews just for the festival.
Okay, so besides eating, drinking, we learn a lot about wine. We have a great time, and we get to dance too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm on it. I'm there. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about Embers Wine and Food Festival, and I'm pleased to introduce Billie Denunzio, Director, the Institute of Culinary Arts at Eastside High School. And Billie, it's wonderful to welcome you.
Thank you for having us.
And a chef also, and all these other titles right there on your coat. And I just congratulate you. Because of you, this Institute of Culinary Arts at Eastside High School has thrived for over 20 years?
It has been that long, but I have had a lot of help. For
I
instance,
know you
this guy
have.
right
Oh,
here.
I know. Get right. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Who is one of the graduates and one of the a success story, totally. And you have a lot of success stories. Like, first of all, in the nation, give me your ranking because it's pretty awesome.
Well, we've been in the top 50 for the last 4 years, and now we're
Yeah.
12th this year. So, and it helps the students
Congratulations.
a lot. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, but your students have won many awards. They are achievers, and as Briton was saying, about how many have gone on from the institute to college.
Well over 100.
Yes. Yeah.
Well over 100 students have gone on to go to culinary school.
Right, and you're one of those. And where did you study after Eastside?
I graduated at Johnson Wales in 2005,
Right.
and then shortly after moved back up to Gainesville and opened up Embers Wood Grill.
Okay. Well, that's quite a prestigious institute to study at. So, do you feel that Billie and the Institute of Culinary Arts, changed your life?
Very instrumental in all decisions that I make throughout my life, and still today. We have a great relationship.
A wonderful relationship.
And partnership, working together with, I have a lot of the students now work for me at the restaurant.
Right.
That go through the program, and even ones that go out and graduate from culinary school come back as well.
And give back. That's wonderful. About how many students are in the institute now?
Well, there's 75 right now, and we have a waiting list. In fact, right now is when we're signing everyone up into the magnet program.
Excellent. Okay.
But a lot of the students actually go out and work. One of the things we ask them to do is, because it looks so great on TV, but you never see what the real workings are like.
That's true. It's
And
not as
this-
glamorous as the
Well,
as
it's got the
sitcom.
glamour part, but it's also got the other part.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of competitions, and that is to get money for scholarships. But we also work a lot, and we're really lucky to have Briton because he hires a lot of at high school to help them with the caterings and all.
Right.
And then also all over town.
Oh,
We
you
are
have many
so
partners,
lucky.
I
We
know.
have so many wonderful
And
partners.
we attend events, and there you are,
Yeah.
or there are the kids. Eastside High School, Institute of Culinary Arts. I go, oh, they're back at it again. It's like, what would we do without that component of our community?
Well, the community has just engulfed wonderfully these students. McDonald's partnerships and gives us scholarships.
Very valuable.
We go over to the village. We go just about any restaurant you go to, almost. But
There's
the biggest supporter is sitting right here beside me. And even after they've gone on to culinary school and they've graduated,
Right.
they've actually found wonderful jobs right here.
Now that says a lot and keeps people in our community. And it's,
Yes.
and you teach management skills. You teach
Yes.
life skills too, I'm sure. But
Well, we hook the students in with the culinary, like this
Okay.
dessert competition that we're doing.
Yeah.
We get to go to the Embers wine and food
Right,
competition.
right.
And so, it's a competition to us. It's a festival.
festival
event.
for the rest of us.
For the
right?
rest of Gainesville, it's
They're
a
working
wonderful
hard
festival.
to get the
But the desserts, they're concentrating on the wine and all the great food, and so they're actually offering scholarships to our students. And this is not the first time they've given us scholarships.
Very
And so
gracious.
some of the desserts that you're going to taste there will be the winning scholarship desserts.
And there's quite I'm sure a lot of competition among your students to get
yes.
to that point.
Yes,
Because
a
what do they
tremendous
have to
amount.
do to even get to be part of that?
Well, they have to compete even to get into my competition.
Right.
And then besides doing the competition over there, he also lets some of them, come and actually work. And to see something like this festival I went to last year with some of my students, and if you haven't been, the
like-
cheeses, you get to see the
God.
cheeses, you get to see the seafood. And it's
an
wonderful
eye-opener.
for everybody. But for my students, you would never see these cheeses and taste them. You would never see the
so it
seafood.
just is a whole way to explore many opportunities that we don't even know exist.
Right. And
I
so
wouldn't
it's a
even know the
beautiful
names
partner.
of the cheeses now.
Well, to be honest, what do you have? How many cheeses do you have?
36.
Okay,
So,
see,
I
over
don't
my head
either.
already.
Yes, but I will tell you the truth. I was a very good guest. I tasted every one of them to just find out.
That is what you're
Yes.
expected to do,
Yes,
Billie.
it is. Yes, it is. Some of them I even tasted 2 or 3 times, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's still okay.
Yes, yes.
Because that's what I'm going to do.
But afterwards, he also, even the students that worked, they'd let them taste the cheeses and taste some of the
So
food.
they get to participate in all the stuff. They get
Oh,
to
how
work in the
very
back
gracious.
and experience all the build up of it, and then they also get to come out and
And
enjoy
just
the
have
experience out
ownership
front as
in
well.
it and be
Yes.
a part of something that's so very special. I congratulate you both. It's a win-win situation.
Thank you.
It really
Thank
is.
you so much.
Oh, and I'm so excited about April 2nd. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about Embers Wine and Food Festival with Billie Denunzio. And Billie, it's great to have you here. And thank you for bringing all of these tempting desserts. I'm so impressed. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
And they smell delightful.
Well, the good news is they taste good.
Oh boy, yes. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll be trying one later.
Now, see, that's the one thing I try so hard not to do. It is so
I'll be careful.
tempting.
I'll be careful.
But there
Yes,
are
they are.
two things that we look for. And what it is do they look pretty? Because you eat with your eyes, but then they have to taste
And they
great.
have to taste good. Well, I haven't tasted yet, but already they've passed the first test. I mean, look at these little butterflies. These
Butterflies are actually chocolate, and so one of the things that the students work with is just chocolate work. And then they've painted them silver, but everything here is edible. And sometimes we'll candy some of the fruit, we'll candy different flowers, because we have our own herb garden.
That's right.
Yes,
Right at
and
the
so
school.
and so we try to we don't put any chemicals in our herb garden, and so we try to get as much out of our herb garden as we can. And at this time of the year,
That
we've
is
got
worthwhile.
different flowers in there.
Right.
So and really. The executive chef at Embers comes
Yes,
in, Briton
yes,
Dumas,
yes.
and he's of course a former
Student. A
and
great
he'll talk
guy.
about flavor and what flavor goes with what and all.
Okay, so we have, because he does his like taste and flavor presentation.
right.
All right. And so he comes right in. What a great relationship, and how positive.
Oh, it's a
he'd come
wonderful
and do that.
relationship.
Because this would be representative of the type of dessert that would be served at Embers and that we will see at the festival.
Well, that's what we're trying. We're trying to reach that bar because
That level.
Embers has got a huge bar right there.
Oh, yes, I know.
But what we present, and so this is actually competition for us.
Okay,
And
this
Embers is giving us a scholarship. They're donating $10,000 in scholarship money for the students.
That is outstanding.
And so the two
Gracious.
students that win will be at Embers if you go to the
Okay,
Wine
on
Food
April
Festival.
2nd, with their dessert, their winning dessert. Okay.
Yes.
And so, what does the first place winner receive?
$700
Okay, and second place
is
then
$300, and that's
That
a lot of money.
I think that's would get me very excited about making a dessert. Do they come up with their idea for the dessert, and they how does it, so they?
Well,
come
we do
up,
a lot of research
Okay,
because
to get
that's
to the
part
right
of the
thing.
program is researching and seeing what trends are and all. But like a lot of these that look so complicated and so hard, these are what we've been teaching in the first 2 years. These are all the
So it's a
advanced kids,
progression.
and
Okay.
very much like this is a genoise cake. This is a coulis. This is chocolate work. This is a puff pastry. All
Right.
of these components. And so what they've been working on so far is all the components, and now they're working at putting them together.
Okay, so each thing, like look at this tasty little
Yes,
one, right?
this is
Oh,
all
yeah.
chocolate. This is chocolate inside that they've worked, and then inside is a vanilla infused cream inside this one. And so each one of these has different things in it. And this is one of the things that Embers has done for us is that they come and they let us, experiment.
Right,
And so we're going to be taking it.
Right, and for the students to know that this is their goal, and then to be
Yes.
part of the festival, and as Briton was saying, having them helping in other ways besides the two winners, to be there, to be a part of this
Yes.
community event, it's really valuable. You're giving these young people so much opportunity.
Well, and the opportunity they're having for this festival is that they're going to see this. And if you haven't been, they have a cheese room there. And
yeah,
the
we were
taste
talking.
with cheese. Then they have the seafood. And these students all get to see, and they don't get to see something that has this many people normally.
Right, it
And
widens
so-
their horizons.
And the exposure they get, and then he puts them to work.
Right.
And so, what they're doing for the community and is getting the students into the community. And please, if you go, what I need you to do is to talk to the students, ask them about this. That's part of your learning.
Right, experience the interchange,
Yes.
and if you do go, you can donate specifically for the Culinary Arts Institute.
This is one more thing that they're doing is when you're ordering wine, you're doing things, there is a place if you would like to donate to the Culinary
Excellent.
Institute. And
Yes.
so, and this community
Very
is
worthwhile.
fabulous. It has been so supportive in jobs. Students work all over town.
They do. I see
And-
them everywhere. And then and I know I have to put in that you run a coffee bar. Well, the
In the morning.
students in the morning,
Absolutely.
they are in charge of the coffee bar with frappuccino and
Yes.
lattes and everything. And I bet every morning around that coffee bar, the conversation is this dessert competition
Oh.
and what's coming up, because it's got to be intense.
It's very intense, but it's funny they're keeping secrets from each other
Oh,
now.
of course, I
because
don't blame
they're
them.
the competition
Yeah,
for each other.
yes.
And I have two advanced groups working on it, and the freshmen are dying. The first year students
They
are
can
dying
only
to get
wait.
in, but they're not quite ready
Yeah.
because the bar is pretty high.
They have to have
But
goals.
they're learning because they're being the sous chef. Sous chef is second in command, so a lot of these students that are making things have younger students that are working with them.
Okay.
So
bringing them
so
along.
maybe Embers will let those younger students come in and help also, just for the experience.
Probably so. And Billie, thank you for all you're doing.
Oh,
I so
thank you.
appreciate, and our whole community does. A valuable resource for all of us
It's
to
a
enjoy.
win-win, that's for sure.
It certainly is. Many thanks. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about Embers Wine and Food Festival with Ryan Todd, General Manager of Embers Wood Grill. And Ryan, thank you for bringing all of this champagne and wine, all representative of what we will see on April 2nd at the festival.
Absolutely. All these wines actually will be on display that afternoon.
Oh my goodness. And some of them I can see are quite special. I'm holding up a bottle of
Dom Perignon
Dom
Rosé.
Perignon. Yes.
Moet and Chandon has been generous enough to come on and be one of our biggest sponsors of the event. They're actually pouring for the VIP winemakers dinner the night before. And then they'll bring in 18 champagnes for Sunday afternoon as well.
Oh, that's like the very best.
It is great. This is
usually an anniversary.
Oh, absolutely. And this is one of the best collections of champagne that you'll see at any tasting anywhere in the country.
And how perfect on a Sunday afternoon, the champagne, very festive. It will just be perfect.
Absolutely.
And explain to me, as a sommelier, what does that mean? And how did you achieve that distinction?
Well, it's a certified wine professional. It's basically equivalent of of a chef in the food world. I went to school for quite a while, did a lot of tastings, and went to Culinary Institute of America in Greystone in Napa Valley for my final accreditation with the Court of Master Sommeliers.
Okay. Well, I say that is quite a splendid addition to Embers, and to have that distinction. And to be called upon, because very often we don't understand. So for that special dinner, will you be explaining how each wine is paired for the Saturday night dinner with the dish that it accompanies? Or
Absolutely. Executive Chef Briton has prepared a 7-course dinner for the evening, and we've spent a lot of time working on our flavor profiles and matching as well as our education with the 2 winemakers that will be there from Moet and Chandon, and Brian Page from Revolver Wine Company. He'll be in from Napa.
Oh, so people are really coming from quite a distance for
They
this.
are.
We talked about
They are.
it being a destination,
Absolutely.
and I'm sure as it grows and grows, even more so for North Central Florida. But remind me the specifics, and again, about Sunday, April 2nd, 2 to 5 p.m.
2 to 5 p.m. Doors will open at 2. Valet will start pulling people in about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And your tickets are online at emberswineandfoodfestival.com.
All right, perfect.
And, and we look forward to having a big crowd.
Oh, well, co-owners June and Charles Allen, I'm sure, of course, Briton will be working hard. You'll be on hand. And all the students from the Eastside High School Culinary Arts Institute, Billie, Denunzio. I mean, you've got so much going on. It's
do.
a lot to keep up with.
It is. We're lucky that we have really great partnerships with our food distributors and our wine distributors. We'll have about 40 different winemakers and wine brand managers there as well to give some education on the brands and talk about their products.
And as you're at the second annual, now you've acquired some sponsors, people that...
We are. We're very lucky. We have to thank Gatorland, Toyota, and Celebration Point. Tipples, who will be handling a lot of our sales as well.
Right.
So
for
very
being
fortunate.
a part of it. No,
Absolutely.
that just brings in more community, opportunity.
Absolutely.
Now, about how many people do you think might turn out for this festival? Do you have a top goal?
We do. We have a goal of 500 guests. For
Okay.
that afternoon, and
Okay.
and a limited 80 for the winemakers dinner on
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
night and the VIP on Sunday.
Okay. And what time does the dinner start with the 80 people you
Dinner
said?
starts at 6:30 on Saturday.
Okay.
With actually this wine right here. So
Okay, so that's the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a beautiful champagne. So
Absolutely.
it's a mix of, you have red and white and everything.
yeah, we'll be pouring champagnes to start and Dom Perignon to finish, and in the middle we'll be doing the wines out of Napa Valley from Brian Page.
Okay, and then again on Sunday we get all the wonderful food we've talked about, the wines, the champagne, the desserts, the winners of the dessert competition.
Absolutely. We'll have 280 wines at the event. So
That is, so you get to meet you meet the people who have brought the wines, you get the education, you talk about it, and you can go home with your special wines.
absolutely. You can order your wines. The winemakers on hand will sign your bottles for you if you have a special occasion or you want to give one away
Even
as a birthday
nicer.
party. So
Okay.
it's fun to get to personally know them. A lot of our guests travel to Napa or Sonoma, and they make these personal acquaintances while they're here in Gainesville and travel
have
out
a
there.
relationship. It's
Absolutely.
wonderful. I so look forward to it, and thank you, Ryan
Thank
and
you.
Briton and Billie, for so much wonderful and delicious information. And thanks again, and I hope I will see you at Embers Wine and Food Festival April 2nd. Glad you tuned in. Hope you'll join us next week. Take care.